Hi, my name is Muhammad Mahmoud Fawzi, a student in the Faculty of Economics and Political Science in Cairo University, English section. Please don't mind the background noise. This is the calmest place I was able to sit in, so I really appreciate your understanding in that matter. Okay, so I've participated in several stuff, like I was a participant in the Ship for World Youth Leaders, which is a program under the Cabinet Office of Japan. I was also a graduate of the African Presidential Leadership Program, which is a program done under the auspices of His Excellency the President of Egypt. I'm also an advocate for the Sustainable Development Goals in the United Nations Advocacy Program. This is done under the United Nations Resident Representative Office. To skip the part of my of explaining more about myself, it's definitely can be found in the CV. I just wanted to give a brief introduction. Now, I would like to say why I hope to be one of sharq Fellows this year. The reason why I would like to be one of the fellows, it's because it's because I want to work on a recent challenge that's present in my country or in my community in Egypt, and I've already written the letter about it. So I don't think I'll be able to do it alone. This is why I really would like to participate in sharq Fellowship. So, as I explained in my letter, is that the United Nations has adopted the 17 Sustainable Development Goals, which is an agenda that was signed by 193 countries. But one of the items or one of the goals that I believe should have been included is the morals and ethics of a human. If I do not have the morals and ethics, then there will be no use of raising campaigns, making awareness campaigns about how bad it is to throw the trash on the streets. You see, no matter how much advertisement, how much money was injected in raising awareness about, for example, environmental problems, nothing will be done if I do not have the morals and ethics. As I mentioned, I can see that the western part of the world, some of them are very liberal. Some of them, they do not have a religion, yet they are doing what's right. They are doing what our religions are telling us. As a Muslim, as a Christian, as a Jew, any type of religion asks us to do what's right. So what's right in this case? Our right is to have our morals and ethics and being a human and to tackle our emotions. For example, if I'm a human, if I'm having the morals and ethics, how do I blink and how do I sleep every night while I know that people are dying of hunger and poverty and famine in Africa? If I'm having the morals and ethics, why would I accept bribery to do something which is my job? You got my point? So this is what I need to work on, what I need to tackle. I would actually like to put it in one of two in one of two ways. The first one is we can propose it as another sustainable development goal that can be adopted by the United Nations with the help of the other leaders that will be participating in the program. Or the second thing, I can build up a guide on morals and ethics, just like a corporate company has its part of code and conduct or the ethics of operating in a company. We need to have our ethics or code of conduct to be an Egyptian citizen, a citizen of the world. So this is one thing that I would like to do. For example, there's another thing which was launched by the United Nations, which is the Lazy Person's Guide into Saving the World. So it has several items, like you can save the world by simply sitting on your couch and switching off the light in the rooms that you do not go to. But what's the use of saying something like that if I do not understand that it's necessary to switch off the light because this is a source of energy that is not renewable for me and it will affect me in the future? If I do not understand that people are living without electricity in several parts in Africa while I'm just abusing my power of enjoying the electricity, and I don't mind paying extra 10, 15, 20 pounds for the sake of laziness. I don't want to go to switch off the light. No one can tell me to do that. But if I have the morals, if I have the code of ethics, code of conduct as a person, as a citizen of Egypt, I would have never done that. So I think that we as youth, we need to learn more about ethics and our morals, and then after that we need to carry the message into leading a revolution of changing our morals and ethics for the younger generation. This can be done through workshops, through sessions, through educating the children about the younger generations about the morals and code of conduct and the ethics. Just like we have a religion session we used to have like a religion and history and geography sessions in our schools. We are supposed to have classes for etiquette, classes for morals, classes to know that we as human are responsible to act as a human. We have to use our emotions. This way we will be having an efficient governance. We will have a better society. We will have less corruption. And that's a very, very important part where Africa is suffering from corruption. I believe that most challenges that are facing Egypt right now come because of the lack of morals and ethics. It's not an issue with the governments at all. Governments cannot work on morals and ethics, even if they provided incentives for people to do what's right. They cannot do it if they are not convinced that this is what's right. Thank you very much for listening to my video, and I hope that I hope that you consider me for the program, because this is something very important that we really need to enforce or impose in our society, especially the emerging countries and the least developed countries. We really need to understand the value of the code of conduct, the morals, and the ethics.